Hello everybody, we are Team Roku and today we are going to introduce to you two most interesting features in Japanese culture. They are manga and anime, or we could say Japanese comic book and Japanese cartoon. Our speech is particularly relevant to those of you who are interested in Japanese culture and want to acknowledge more about it. We divided our presentation into 5 parts and we hope you will enjoy it.
Hello everybody, as you know, manga is becoming a culture in Japan, and because of the popularity of manga, so it's becoming a particular industry. Let you know more about the manga industry, I will give you some information.
At least 10,000 titles of different manga compilation are published every year. That's just compilation. It helps you appreciate just how diverse and widespread manga is in Japan. Manga sales now account for a third of the book and magazine market in Japan, which translates to about $10 billion in annual sales. The industry employs about 40,000 artists, editors, writers, publishing and marketing people. Tens of thousands are involved in printing and selling them. Major manga publishers include Kodansha Ltd, Suisa Inc., and Kadokawa Book Publishing Corporation. About 10 billion manga are sold every year. It means 40% of all books and magazines in Japan. Successful manga are usually made into animated television shows films, which are very popular in Japan and have growing cult audience in the United States and Europe. They also generate video games, collecting cards, and character goods. The character goods market alone is worth $3.5 billion. Overseas markets is becoming more and more important, but the latest focus is on the Asian market and not in the West.
I have given you some information about manga industry. To continue, Chang will tell you how influenced the manga is.
We have learned that manga anime industry brings much profit to Japan and producers. However, manga anime's real values lie in its influences on both Japan and other countries.
Manga or anime culture is considered a national gesture in Japan. Japanese, regardless of a job, no one does not know about manga or anime. Advertisements illustrated by manga or anime characters are not something weird in Japan. In Japan, they turn novels into anime, games into manga, and vice versa. People's dream jobs and hobbies are also affected by manga and anime. Moreover, it's not for nothing that Japan is called the world's second largest exporter of cultural products. Manga usually spend a generous pages to introduce many of Japanese customs. These customs are quickly welcomed. In some countries, including Vietnam, manga and anime conventions are held annually. People hunt for Japanese products and wear Japanese clothing to imitate their favorite characters. They are also inspired to learn about Japanese spirit or festivals that appear in mangas. Nowadays, there are many adaptations of Japanese features in Western movies. Japanese food, the sushi and ramen, has become popular all over the world, all are thanks to manga and anime. Now many would wonder why manga and anime are so popular. So let my friends tell you the main reasons.
Now let's move on to the next part, manga artwork. That is also the most recent, which makes manga more and more attract many people all over the world. Manga has become widely known for its style of artwork. People who know about mangas will be able to recognize artwork from manga comics quickly. And the interesting thing is how manga artwork has begun to influence artists today. Moreover, manga drawings are done on paper and using the digital software. The pictures are used in manga storybook, Now, I will give you some example about manga feature. Open in girls manga, but not on girl manga has big eyes with a lot of eyelashes, one mouth, and they usually have abnormal hair color. Boy manga usually have narrow eyes and are supposed to be cool, handsome, and tall, who girls always dream about and sometimes stick their tongue out. When a character writes, it usually pours out in buckets. When they laugh, their eyes become lit. An angry character will have rosy cheeks and steam rolling from around their body. This use of emotion could most likely be characterized as cartoonist. All of manga are drawn by artists Coppola's hand, and they are called mangaka. Thanks to success in unit drawing of Doraemon, Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, which have manga more and more attracts a lot of readership all over the world.
In Japanese, manga refers to all kinds of comics, cartoon and animation, so it has entertaining function, but it also makes sense in life.
As you can see, in Doraemon, the most popular manga in the world, it is extremely easy to find that the author wants to give us many lessons about solidarity when you're a friend or you are in a team. If your friend in danger, you shouldn't run away but stay by their side and discuss how to overcome the obstacles. It is very useful if you know these lessons when you're young. Another example, what you can learn from Naruto. First, be optimistic. Who doesn't learn to love is worthless as a man. Second is friendship. The characters in Naruto, they're going to be there when their friends have difficulty, and the obstacles will make them stronger. Actually, when they overcome, they will understand how important a peace.
This is how manga is meaningful in our life. Now we get too close to the conclusion.
Manga is very popular all over the world. Knowing that fact, the Japanese people use the manga as the medium of introducing their culture to people all around the world. Just by reading them, we know more about the diversity of Japanese culture.
We can easily find the traditional clothes, foods, festivals, and the ceremonies of Japanese people in manga. How about the traditional clothes? The kimono is the Japanese traditional garment. Nowadays, women often wear kimono on special occasions. And it is the armor of samurai. It is for the samurai to fight in the battle. How about the traditional foods? Sushi is the Japanese food consisting of cooked vinegar rice combined with other ingredients. Bento, a traditional bento holds rice, fish, or meat with cooked vegetables, usually in a box-shaped container. Ramen is the Japanese noodle soup dish. Many Japanese people like eating ramen. The Japanese tea ceremony, also called the Way of Tea, is the Japanese cultural activity involving the preparation and presentation of matcha, powdered green tea. How about the festivals? It is said that you always find the festival somewhere in manga. There are a lot of festivals included in manga.